I don't know how to explain the quiet. It's not just quiet. It's heavy. It's been here since he left and it's been eating everything. First, it was the little sounds, like his dumb keyboard clacking from the office. Then his voice on the phone. Now it's just eating the air. It's so thick in here I feel like I'm breathing through a sock. The daytime is survivable. I can blast music, turn the TV on, whatever. But at night it gets in, sits on my chest and tells me every single thing I'm terrified is true. And the nights. God, the nights have become this whole pathetic fucking ritual. It always starts the same way. My body just decides to be an asshole and I jolt awake, 2 or 3 a.m., heart going a million miles an hour like a panicked bird. And my hand, without my permission, it just goes for the phone. It's an addiction. I lie to myself, say I'm just checking the time. But my thumb has other plans. My thumb is a fucking traitor with muscle memory that leads straight to my own personal hell. It opens Pinterest. Our board. The one we fucking called the Someday House. A blueprint for a life that went up in smoke. And he never unshared it. I can't decide if that's him being cruel or just lazy. Tonight, there's something new. A pin, a deep green armchair. It's the one I found. The one I said would be perfect for the reading corner. He pinned it. An hour ago. My brain doesn't just jump to conclusions, it takes a fucking bullet train straight to the worst possible one. He's not pinning that for us. He's showing it to her, the new girl. I don't know her name, but I've built her face out of all my worst fears. I can literally see them on some other couch, and he's holding his phone out, saying, "See? Like this one." And he's taking our dream, our fucking future, and handing it over to someone else like a cheap piece of candy. The shame is so hot it makes my ears ring. I'm a ghost haunting the construction site of my own future, and that's when I completely lose it. The final humiliating snap. I switch apps. To our texts. I scroll past the last conversation, the stupid, polite one about forwarding his mail. I go back and back and back like a psycho to a text from when my dad was sick. He wrote, "I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me. Promise." And this sound just rips out of my throat, this ugly, ragged sob that doesn't even sound like me. Then I do it. My heart is just slamming against my ribs. There's a tiny sane part of my brain left and it's screaming at me, Don't you fucking do it. This is how you lose. This is how you hand him all the power." But the silence in the apartment is so loud now it's a roar, and I just have to make a sound. My fingers are shaking. They're slick with sweat. You promised. 2 words. That's it. 2 stupid words. I feel like I'm about to jump off a cliff. My thumb hovers over the send button, this little blue arrow pointing straight to my own destruction. I squeeze my eyes shut and I press it. The little bubble pops up. Delivered. It feels like a sentence. The regret is instant. Like touching a live wire. I feel sick, this deep gut-level nausea. What have I done? I just took the most broken part of myself, held it out, and begged him to step on it. And now I have to wait. The silence isn't just heavy anymore. It's active. It's the silence of him reading my text, weighing it, and deciding I'm not worth a reply. Every second is another shovel of dirt on top of me. The little typing dots never come. He saw it, and he is choosing to be silent. I want to hurl my phone at the wall, watch it explode into a million pieces of my own stupidity. But then, the screen goes dark and I see my reflection. This wild-eyed person with sunken cheeks and greasy, tangled hair. Breaking the phone would be an escape, and I know deep in my gut I don't deserve one. I get out of bed. The floor is freezing. I start pacing. Window to the door to the window. The apartment is my cell, and every single thing in it is a memory. That dumb watercolor we bought on vacation. The worn-down spot on the couch where his head used to be. My skin is crawling. I don't sleep. I just pace until the sky turns that bruised, exhausted gray color. This is it. This is rock bottom. This is the 4 a.m., stomach full of acid kind of humiliation. The next night, I'm trying to numb my brain on YouTube, looking for something so boring it will just shut everything off. I end up watching a video on how to fix a leaky faucet. And I'm just mesmerized by this guy's calm hands, this simple problem that has a simple solution. I scroll down to the comments, and I see this thing from a user called FixItPhil91. It said, "Weird place for this. But if your leak is more of the soul-crushing variety, something a friend told me about helped." He called it the 7-day grounding. A list of small, stupid tasks. He said it's not about feeling better, it's about feeling real again. Maybe it'll help someone else. And then he just listed them. The list was so simple it felt like an insult. The unfacing, go to their contact. Delete their picture. Just the picture. The exile, find one thing of theirs you still own. Walk it to a public trash can and throw it away. The circuit breaker, drink a glass of ice-cold water as fast as you can. Feel the shock. The anchor, go outside after dark. Find one star, stare at it for 3 full minutes. The new memory, eat something you've never tasted before. The cloud method, when a memory of them appears, label it a thought and visualize it as a cloud drifting away. Don't push it, just let it float past. The first sensation, the moment you wake up, name the first thing your body feels. The sheets, the air, the ache in your back, feeling real again. That hit me. I didn't feel real, I felt like a raw nerve. So I thought, what the hell have I got to lose? Day 1, the unfacing. This felt so petty. Not blocking him, just erasing his face. I found his contact, that smiling picture from his cousin's wedding. My thumb shook over the little delete button. It felt stupid, and it felt powerful. I tapped it. He was just a name and a number now. The buzzing in my head got a little bit quieter. Day 2, the exile. His favorite coffee mug was still in my cabinet. The one with the chip. I realized I was still using it. Every fucking morning, a tiny little ritual of self-harm. I washed it, put it in a bag, and walked to the park. The thud it made when I dropped it in the metal trash can was so final. It was a tiny funeral. And a tiny victory. Day 3, the circuit breaker. I stood at the sink and filled a glass with ice water until it hurt to hold. I chugged it. The cold was a shock. It hurt my teeth, my throat, my stomach. It was a clean, sharp pain that had nothing to do with him. For a full 30 seconds, the only thing in my universe was the cold. I woke up the next day feeling not good, but like I had actually slept. The next few days were just this series of bizarre little chores for being alive. I stood on my balcony in the cold and stared at one tiny star until my eyes watered. On day 5, I bought some weird, spiky fruit called a rambutan and ate it over the sink. The taste was so new and strange. Day 6 was the weirdest. The thought hit me like a punch. I wonder if he's happy. But instead of wrestling with it, I just went, okay, that's a thought. It's a cloud. I pictured it, a puffy gray thing, and just let it go. It didn't mean it was true. It was just weather in my brain. This morning was day 7. I woke up and the usual dread started to creep in. But I had a task. What do I feel? I felt the weight of the blanket. I felt the cool air from the window. I felt the ache in my neck from sleeping wrong. And the very next thought wasn't about him. It was, I need to stretch. A little while ago, I was walking to get coffee. I caught my reflection in a dark store window and I stopped. For weeks, that person in the window has been a stranger, a ghost. But today, I just looked quiet. The crazy, hunted look was gone from my eyes. The dark circles were there, sure, but I just looked tired. Not destroyed. And I saw the corner of my mouth twitch. It wasn't a smile. Not even close. But it felt like the muscle remembered how. So if you're reading this at 3 a.m. and your thumb is hovering over their name like a self-destruct button, I don't know. I'm not fixed. The hole is still here. But that stupid, simple list from a stranger on the internet gave me something to hold. It didn't fix the pain, but it reminded me that I have a body, that I'm real, that I exist outside of whatever he's doing. It won't make it stop hurting. But it might be the first step. The first real one. Put the phone down. Just for tonight. Tomorrow, try day 1. It's a small thing. But it's a start. It's a way back to the ground.